Okay. So please just raise your hand calmly, say no thank you, and we'll walk right by. No screaming, not now, later. Okay. We do have hand sanitizer. It is on the trash can right outside the door there for the end of the program. These guys have been cleaned, so you don't have to do it between each animal, but we'll make sure we do a hand sanitizer after we pellet some animals a little bit later as well, okay? All right, guys, feel free to take pictures as we go. I mean, the flash will not hurt the animals. And then, like I said, some of the bigger animals we bring out a little bit later, you guys will have opportunities to take pictures with them. We are going to go ahead and get started, okay? Our first animal we're going to start with today lives in the water, has a lot of teeth, but it's not a shark. What do we think it is?
Alligator.
Alligator. Okay. Now, this alligator is about 2.5 to 3 years old. So it's not even a baby, okay? But let me just bring out kind of show you what they look like when they're first born. Okay? You ready for it, everybody? Okay. Danny can walk up the crowd that way. Alligators are born 6 to 9 inches long at the end of the summer. Female mama gator lays the eggs at the beginning of the summer. They hatch out at the end of summer. They spend the first year of their life with their mother in a protective cove area that she's kind of mapped out for them, so that they obviously aren't eaten by predators. Because at that size, everything eats a baby alligator. Even bigger alligators. Anything bigger than it will eat it. Big bullfrogs and toads, birds, big fish like catfish or bass. Anything eats these guys. And they grow a little under a foot per year for the first couple of years of their life. But they do have all 80 teeth. Okay, they do have all 80 teeth. They continue to have 80 teeth their entire life, so it's 80 sockets. But they lose teeth like shark. You know how sharks have rows of teeth? Alligators have rows of teeth. Their teeth are hollow. They grow up inside the other ones. You guys don't have to worry about these alligators' teeth because we do have our bigger ones taped. We do use high-strength industrial Scotch tape. Okay? The reason Scotch tape works is because all of an alligator's jaw pressure is in closing that jaw. If you guys have seen really big alligators, you see that what looks like fat right by their necks? That's not fat, that's muscle. Okay, all of their pressure is in closing their jaw. So that's why Scotch tape does work, to keep the mouth closed for you guys if anybody wants to re-hold it later on. Now, alligators have been around for over 100 million years. They've got some pretty cool features. They've been around. The only thing difference between these alligators and the ones back then is size. They used to get 50, 60 feet long. Thankfully, they don't get much bigger than maybe 11, 12, 13 feet nowadays for alligators. Obviously, crocodiles get a little bit bigger than that. But all these features we're about to show you are the same. Jess can walk up that way. Danny, you might be able to do the features with the front row on that guy because you can get a little bit closer. But they have 3 eyelids on each eye, a top and a bottom just like us, then a third that slides across. It's clear. It's called their nictitating membrane. Basically a built-in pair of underwater goggles, so that when they go under, nothing gets in that eye. It's kind of like, built-in pair of goggles. They also have ears. It's a little flap right behind their eye. When they go under, they clamp that shut so no moisture gets in. And when they're out of water, they don't want to overheat, so they're going to keep that shut because they don't want to lose moisture. So they have their ears. And their nostrils are 2 little slits on the front of their nose. When they go under, they close those. It slows their heartbeat down 1 to 2 times per minute. Alligators can hold their breath for up to 3 hours. A crocodile could do that for 6 hours because crocodiles have bigger lung capacity. So crocodiles can hold their breath for 6 hours. Now guys, the difference between an alligator and a crocodile, I know somebody's already going to ask me that. Alligators have a rounded snout, okay, whereas a crocodile has a more pointed snout. Also, alligators have a bigger top jaw, so it kind of covers their 1 row of teeth. You don't really see all but 1 row. Crocodiles have the same size jaws, so you see all of their teeth. We call it the crocodile smile, okay? Yeah, sorry guys, this time, but we have plenty of seats. You're just going to have to squeeze in somewhere. All right. Does anybody have any questions about the alligator so far? When they're underwater, they can only hold their breath for up to 3 hours or so. So they can't stay underwater permanently. No. Any other questions? Does she have a question? No? Change your mind? Okay. Does she have a question? Well, they close that one eye when they go underwater so nothing pokes them in the eye. All right, guys, last valve we're going to talk about is that Gatorade factory. You can put our little guy away. Jess can show you with this one. Okay, they do a lot out of here. They go to the bathroom 1 and 2. Females lay their eggs out of here. This is also how you would tell between a male and a female. You can't tell just looking. What you have to do, stick your finger in there, wiggle it around. If you feel something, you have a male blood. Somebody passed that test. If you don't, you have a female. Sir, since you passed that test, we're going to go ahead and have you test that for us. All right, guys, what's that saying to say goodbye to the alligator? You got to wave at him and say, see you later, alligator. On the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. See you later, alligator. Those of you who came in a little bit later, we can always bring him back out. All right, guys, next part of the show are the creepy crawlies. These are the ones that some of you guys may have some false information about. What I want you to remember is we're not going to force you to hold or touch these. If you want to later on, okay, some of you guys have one already, we'll bring out another one as well. But you don't have to. So remember, just stay calm, and we'll walk right by you. Now, movies and television shows, and parents and teachers, you know who you are, have given out some false information about these guys. They're not as bad as what you've heard or seen, okay? Let's go ahead and bring out that top one on the left. Nope, there you go. Okay, some of you guys saw this one already. It was one I was holding. This is a Chilean rose-haired tarantula. Oh, wow. First question, is there such thing as a poisonous spider? Who says yes, raise your hand. Poisonous spiders. Who says no? Why not? There's no such thing as a poisonous spider. What's the correct term? Venom is very good. If you are bitten or stung, that is venom. Venom has to be injected into you for it to work. Poison is something that absorbs through your skin, is digested or inhaled. You could lick these guys all day. Nothing's going to happen to you. Feel free to walk all the way down so people can see back there as well. Now, they are arachnids. They have 8 legs. On the end of each leg, they have little hooks that can cling onto almost anything. A lot of tarantulas, like the one Dana has there, can actually walk up glass as well. They can see, because their hooks can cling onto, literally find the pores. Now that big round back end is not called the butt, it's called the abdomen. On the back of the abdomen, they have 2 finger-like projections called spinnerets. That's where the web is produced. Normal spiders can only shoot 1 strand at a time. Tarantulas can shoot up to 40 at a time. Now, even though they shoot a lot of web, it's not because they hang from it. They put their web on the ground around where the burrow is. It's not strong enough to actually hang from. All right, guys. Now, one of the opportunities that you guys can do later on, we call it, one of the pictures that you can do, we call our Fear Factor photo for a $5 donation. Who wants to get a free one right now as a demonstration? Who's brave enough? Anybody? Is our birthday boy brave enough? Are you sure? No, he's like, I don't want to do it, I don't want to do it. Sure? Okay. Who's going to try? Who's brave enough? Raise your hand. Who said they'll do it? Want to do it? All right, come here on the right. Right here, this. Now you're chasing mine. All right, you want to come up? Come on up here. Stay right up here for me. You're going to face that way. Turn face this way. All right, guys. Dana's going to put the next first one right on her shoulder, right here. Very good. Okay, now, we call it our Fear Factor photo. We're going to decorate her with arachnids, not just tarantulas. So let's bring out one more arachnid for me. Okay. We have a black emperor scorpion. He is from Africa. They're the least dangerous of all scorpions.